Stock market today. Dow slumps as growth suffers beatdown. Inflation data eyed the Dow slumped Thursday, as traders abandoned growth sectors of the market ahead of an inflation file due Friday, so one can think into the Federal Reserve's plan on the pace of monetary policy tightening. The Dow Jones Industrial Average slipped 1.9%, or 638 factors, the Nasdaq was down 2.8%, and the S&P 500 fell 2.4%. Growth shares continue to pile at the stress, led via Netflix, Nasdaq, NFLX, and Meta Platforms Inc., Nasdaq, Meta, with the latter enduring a downbeat begin to life under its new ticker, Meta. Rising Treasury yields continue to solid doubt on growth regions of the market, which include big tech, as buyers look ahead to inflation information due Friday on the way to filter out into the Fed's thinking about the route of rate hikes. They want extra records. The CPI for June and for July will help the Fed get actual clarity as to what will happen with inflation, Robert Conzo, CEO of the Wealth Alliance, instructed in an interview on Thursday. Economists count on that inflation rose approximately 0.7% in May, faster than 0.3% in April. However, charge strain is anticipated to remain flat for the 365 days through May at 8.3%. If the CPI keeps to tick down and inflation starts to quell, then the Fed, have to maintain off on some of the destiny interest charge hikes, Conzo introduced. Depending at the trajectory and how fast inflation falls will provide us extra readability on the probability of a recession. Stitch Fix, Nasdaq, SFIX, meanwhile, became the contemporary organization to flag inflation pressures, with the retailer reportedly set to cut 15% of its salaried group of workers, CNBC reported, mentioning an internal memo. Tesla, Nasdaq, TSLA, grew to become poor, giving up a more than 3% rise after UBS upgraded the inventory to buy from neutral, citing attractive valuations. Five Below, Nasdaq, 5 cut losses to give up the day about 1% after reducing full-year steering following combined quarterly consequences that overlooked at the pinnacle line. Financials had been also inside the red, paced through a decline in banks as issues approximately a softer economy preserved to flatten the yield curve, which has a tendency to dent internet hobby margin, and boundaries the earnings banks make from lending. Capital One Financial NYSE, COF, Wells Fargo NYSE, WFC, Bank of America Corp NYSE, BAC, had been amongst the biggest decliners, falling extra than 3%.